Hey everyone, I'm Naganesh. I'm working as the integration developer at TJ Software Solution Private Limited. So today I'm going to discuss about OAuth 2.0 implementation using Okta as a provider in MuleSoft. So in nowadays the organization needs secure ways to let users access applications and APIs without exposing the passwords. OAuth 2.0 resolves this by using the token instead of credentials, enabling safe access across the system. Here there is a OAuth provider is like it is a software which is used to provide a secure token to the clients to validate the tokens. We have many third-party auth providers out there like Okta, Salesforce, GitHub. So today I'm going to talk about the auth provider as a Okta. So it is an authorization service as we know. So it handles the user's login, issues authorization codes and generated tokens. The client tab requests these tokens while the resource server validates them before serving data. So here in this we are going to apply the JWT validation policy in our API manager to ensure that every request carries a valid token issued by Okta before allowing access to the API. First here we need to set up the OAuth server. Like as we know, we are setting using the Okta. Okay. So this is the interface that look like of Okta. So click on the create application and select the OIDC OpenID connect and click on the web application as we are creating. I'm giving my first app and enable client credentials and select the allow everyone in our organization to access where everyone in our organization can access this and click on the save. The application it will give the client ID and client secret as a client ID and client secret. We need to use this data. So again the scroll down and here the click on the security and go and click on API. So this is the default authorization providers provided by the Okta. When you click on the default hyperlink, then we can see this. So here, see here the metadata URL. This URL contains the token endpoints, authorization servers, authorization endpoints, sorry, and JWT URLs. By using this, we can configure JWT validation policy in our API manager. So here first we create the scope for application. Yeah, I'm giving like hmm, hmm. Click on the create. We created a scope. So now go to the access policies. Here to create new. Yeah, already I created, so that's why it is there. Mule policy again I will create. Hmm. Okay, description. Give the some description like all clients assigned to the. If you want, we can assign only following the clients. We can enter there. But I want to assign now all clients. Create the policy. Now we need to add the rule for that and give the any name like my rule and keep it as default. If it is not enabled, please make it enabled because here we are going to do using grant type as client credential. That's it. And coming to token preview, here we need to select our application whatever created. I created my first app. In the select the grant type like authorization code and the authorization owner password and client credentials. I'm selecting client credentials and the scope what you created. Get my data and preview token. If you get like this, it is everything is going okay. So now we created the scope of our application here. Copy the click on this metadata Then click on this get good format and copy this JWKS URL. Okay, here first we need to create the YAML. So here I created the YAML for the basic, just basic YAML I created. I'll show you. So this is the YAML I created and published. I published it also into Exchange. And this is my studio where I scaffolded my YAML and I created the simple application just converting the JSON into XML data. So after that I deploy this. After I applied the auto discover and deploy into the runtime manager. Here is my API. And click on the policies. As we need to apply the JDM, I already applied, but I'll show you how things will look like. So this is the keep it as it is. By default, normally it will be there, it will be there like this. But select the JWKS and paste that URL before I copied in metadata and keep it as it and enable the skip client ID validation and click on save. Now we created the Mule application also. So now we need to get the token. So where we get the token? Here I am using the Postman for the getting the token. Go to the authorization. So this is my endpoint. I am sending the data. Apply the policies. I get the error like JW token is required. Okay. Then now we need to set up OAuth 2.0. We need to configure this. Give any name of token and select the end type as client credentials and access token URL. We'll get this access token URL from this metadata. Copy this token endpoint and please paste here. And the client ID where we can see the here and go to the applications and click on the application and select the application you created before. This is my first step, my application I created and copy this client ID, paste here and copy this client secret, paste here and the scope you have created. My scope is I created my data and click on get new access token. Authentication completed. So click on proceed. Here we will give the access token. Here we see. Copy this access token and close this. And now we can send this in here. Bearer token also we can send. Click on send. So we get the data in XML format. Otherwise, we can send this in headers. In headers, we can send here authorization. Click on authorization and you give the error. Paste here and click send. So here we see. So thank you everyone.